Hey guys, what's up? The LA Gamer here, and today I'm bringing you guys some Madden 15 connected franchise on the PS4. As you can see, I'm deciding to be a coach. I'm going to go with strategist. You can be a motivator or a team builder, but since I'm going to be doing a fantasy draft, strategist seems like the best type of person to be to develop your players the most. So although I have a choice of a lot of teams, it actually took me some time to determine what team I wanted to be. But in the end, you guys already know by looking at the title or the thumbnail or some other little hints here or there that I end up going with the Steelers, just because I know a lot of my friends are Steelers fans, and I just figure for those of you who are watching this series and are Steelers fans, you'd feel more connected to it because, you know, that's the team you support. So I'm going to just keep my name simple. My coach's name is going to be LA Gamer. Don't really need to make it any more complicated than that. Yeah, so this whole creation process is going to go by pretty quickly. I create his name. The face is pretty basic. And then yeah, I don't really change anything else. Normal polo shirt, and I kept the playbooks and the aggressiveness and all that stuff just completely normal. Alright, so right here you guys will see the settings I'm going to play on. I always play on all Madden. I'm a much better Madden player than most other sports. So I always play on all Madden when it comes to this game. And then I'm going to turn Heat Seeker, Ball Hawk, and Switch Assist on. Just because I feel more comfortable like using interceptions and stuff when I have Ball Hawk and stuff on. I feel like if you don't have those things on, that's where those dropped interceptions happen more often. And I really don't want any of that. So that just started, and now I'm going to show you guys the fantasy draft. So the fantasy draft was pretty basic. I basically decided to go with guys I was comfortable with. The way I edited this first video for you guys was the first 10 picks or so. I think it was about 9 to be exact, but the first 9 or 10 picks are going to be completely viewed live time. It's going to be no editing through those first 9 or 10 picks. That way I have more time to discuss why I chose these people. As right now you see some of the guys up on the board. And then after that, for the next 5 picks, like picks 11 through 15 or something, I basically just cut in and out. So right here, I'm deciding between Russell Wilson and Cam Newton. Quarterbacks are always taken super quickly in this game. And I really want to build around a quarterback, because otherwise I'm going to be left with a mid-70s overall quarterback. And that makes games much tougher to win. So they're the same age, Russell Wilson and Cam Newton. The thing that was kind of the deciding factor for me was throw power, and that's why I went with Cam Newton. Their speed was so similar that didn't really change anything. But throw power and height is really important as a quarterback. So Cam Newton was better than Russell Wilson at both those things. So in the second round, I'm looking around and I see AJ Green. I basically wanted to go with a wide receiver right here because my idea was to pour a lot of, to focus a lot on my pass offense. Because if you have a really good pass offense, you can you can just rely on that in times of stress or whatever. But if your team's kind of scattered all over the place, you just gotta hope that somebody steps up. But so I try to focus a lot just purely on passing. I already have, of course, my quarterback, who's Cam Newton. And right here I'm determining which wide receiver I want. I just went with AJ Green because that guy is just a workhorse, and he's going to find a way to get the ball every single down. So, of course, there's some halfbacks up there. For those of you who don't know, you can wait till like the 5th round to get a top-notch halfback. It's kind of an issue, but so that's kind of what I did. I waited to get a halfback, and you can see there's Jordy Nelson and all these guys. But Mike Evans is incredible. Not only is he an 88 overall, but he's a rookie. So that made my decision kind of easy. Of course, you can see some other good guys are up there. But my decision was basically already made once I saw that I could get Mike Evans. There were some defensive guys up there. But basically, now that I have my set 3 players with Cam Newton, Mike Evans, and AJ Green, that pass offense is probably going to be the best in the league. So now the best idea for me right now is to go for a defensive player. There's some good guys up there. I could get my 3rd wide receiver to be T.Y. Hilton or something. I don't really need that though, because the slot receiver can really just be anybody who's fast. So I'm not gonna freak out about my slot receiver quickly. I'm just gonna look at some of the defensive positions and see if there's anybody I need there. And at the end of the day, I basically just went with the defensive player that I thought was a beast, and that player is Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. So he's going to be my first defensive player taken off the board in the 4th round, and I'm actually really happy with that pick because I know that he has awesome football instincts and that he can make big plays when I need him to make big plays. So as you can see, every running back is still up there, so I'm not going to freak out about that yet. I saw Byron Maxwell still up there at cornerback, which is a player to consider. And then there's not a ton of great linebackers, so Byron Maxwell is going to be the guy I go with. He's actually a lockdown cornerback, and he's very easily developed because a lot of his core stats are there. So yeah, Byron Maxwell is the cornerback I need to go with. So now I see that some running backs are starting to get taken. So I think, LaShawn McCoy. But then I rethought about it, and I thought, you know what? I'm doing a Steelers franchise, and this guy's way younger. So Le'Veon Bell is the guy I went with. This is probably going to be the most controversial decision I made throughout the whole draft because Le'Veon Bell is, of course, a worser player than LaShawn McCoy at this time. Maybe not in real life because LaShawn McCoy is having a bad season, but I just had to go with Le'Veon Bell just for those purposes. I am the Steelers, and the dude is a monster. So I do use Le'Veon Bell a lot in the first game, and you'll kind of see how he works with my scheme. So I'm looking at some players, and Eric Berry has been just totally passed up on in this draft. So I'm thinking that he's the guy I should go with. And defensive lineman, I don't really care a ton about. So yep, I ended up going with Eric Berry. So on the note of me drafting Eric Berry, I just want to send out my prayers to him and his family after the news that it's likely that he has cancer. I'm not sure if it's been confirmed yet, but in that instance, I just want to send out my condolences. So right here, you see now the draft's starting to go quicker. You see I draft my middle linebacker, my left outside linebacker. I then draft a wide receiver that can do everything, Brandon Cooks. I'm not sure if you guys were able to see that, but I was also able to get, Ryan Shazier, that's who it is. I was able to get him at middle linebacker. And basically now I'm just going to show you guys my whole entire roster. So here's my wide receiver. It's just unbelievable receiving core. And so of course you guys missed a lot of the picks that I did. But that was just because a lot of them didn't have a lot of background. They were pretty obvious choices. I have Austin Seferian-Jenkins at tight end. I'll have to move him up in the depth chart. I didn't move him up before the first game, but he'll be there. He'll be in the starting lineup during the second game. You can see how strong my offensive line is with Marshall Yanda and Evan Mathis and all those guys. The only real bad offensive lineman I have is my left tackle, which I need to work on. Defensive line actually went pretty well. These guys are still 70s overalls, and that's cool with me. I waited so long on them that, whatever. And I love Dion Jordan as a player. His overall's not good, but his in-depth statistics are really what make him a great player. So you see my middle linebackers are actually going to be really good, and they're young, so I'm happy with that. Then I have Telvin Smith at left outside linebacker. The right outside linebacker was just drafted by the computer. You can see my cornerbacks, super young, D. Milliner and DJ Hayden to work around Byron Maxwell at the top cornerback position. And then, of course, my safeties are my highlight on defense. So if you guys enjoyed, please like the video, comment your opinion, and stay subscribed.